Yes. So what is given in question? It's given that standard cost per unit, right? To produce 1 unit, the standard cost is given. How much material required? 50 kg material की requirement है आपको at the rate of rupees 40 per kg. Labor is how much? 400 hours at the rate of rupees 1 per hour. Actual cost given is, that is material 490 kg at the rate of rupees 42 per kg. Labor is 3,960 hours at the rate of rupees 1.10 per hour. Actual production was 10 units. You are required to calculate all the possible variances. So two variances I have discussed with you, material and labor. So material variance and labor variance. So in respect of material variance, you require what? Standard quantity for actual output, actual quantity, standard price and actual price. Now tell me what is the standard quantity for actual output. आपका actual output कितना है? First tell me. What is your actual output?
10 units.
10 units, right? Now to produce 10 unit, how much standard quantity is required? Material, for material, right? Material requirement is how much for per unit?
50 kg.
50
so
kg.
500.
Yes. So it's clear. To produce 1 unit, you require how much? 50 kg of your material. So definitely to produce your 10 units, how much quantity of material is required? 500 kg. So I can write over here 500 kg. And how you have calculated? That is 50 multiplied by 10. Is it clear to all of you? Standard quantity? Yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is your actual quantity? Actual quantity कितना है बताइए? How much is the actual quantity? It's given in your question, na? Check your question and tell me what is the actual quantity of your material. Yes, any student from the class?
Ma'am, 490.
400?
490.
Yes, it's given. If you will see, actual आपका कितना लगा है? 490 kg at the rate of rupees 42 per kg. So how much is the actual quantity of material? That is 490 kg. Right. Now come to your standard price. Standard price is how much?
40 rupees.
40 rupees per kg.
kg.
Right. So
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
write rupees 40 per kg. Okay. And how much is your actual price?
42 rupees per
Rupees
kg.
42 per kg. Very good. 42 per kg. Is it fine? So these are the two major components which, these are the four major components which you will require while calculating your all material variances, right? Now we can easily calculate our material variances. First one, in case of your material variances, what is material cost variance, right? So I can write over here material cost variance. What is the formula of your material cost variance? Standard cost minus your actual cost, right? Now, in order to calculate your standard cost, you can further subdivide. Standard cost कैसे आप calculate करते हैं? Standard quantity multiplied by standard price, right? Similarly, what is for actual cost?
Actual quantity into actual.
Yes, actual quantity into actual price. Now, as per your about table, you know all these components, right? आपको standard quantity भी पता है, actual quantity भी पता है, standard price भी पता है, and actual price भी पता है, right? So you can easily calculate these variants. Standard quantity is how much? 500. Standard price is how much? 40. Actual quantity 490, and actual price is how much? 42. Fine. Is it clear? Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Ma'am, 580 minus 580.
1 second. Now I will write the minus sign also here. Yes. So what 580?
Ma'am, minus.
Okay, and you are telling the result, right? Adverse में आपका है 580,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Right. Okay. So if you are going to solve this, you will get 580 adverse. Is it clear? सभी का 580 adverse आ रहा है? Or is
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So this is your material cost variance. Now the second variance. Second is which one? Material price variance. Right. Now tell me what is the formula for your material price variance? Material price variance में definitely आप prices को compare करेंगे. Right. You are going to compare your standard price with what? Actual price. Right. So what is your formula? Actual quantity multiplied by standard price minus your actual price. Place the value in your formula. Actual quantity is how much? You have already determined. As per your table, you can see 490. Standard price is how much? 40. Actual price is how much? 42. Right? Solve it and tell me what will be your value, whether it is adverse or favorable.
Ma'am, 980 adverse.
Right. So 980 adverse. Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, what you need to calculate? Material. Which one? Which is your next variance? Material. Uses variance. Right. Now, in respect of material uses variance, what is the formula? Tell me. Any student from the class, tell me. Material uses variance का क्या formula है?
Ma'am, standard price into standard quantity minus actual quantity.
See, uses indicates what your quantity, right? तो आप किसको कंपेयर करेंगे? क्वांटिटी को कंपेयर करेंगे, स्टैंडर्ड और एक्चुअल, right? So again repeat the formula. What will be your formula?
Standard price
Why
into
standard price into yes
standard quantity minus actual quantity.
quantity, right? So you are going to compare your standard quantity with your actual quantity. Is it clear? Okay. Now, what is your standard price? Standard price कितना है? Standard price is how
40.
much? 40, right?
Sorry.
And standard quantity is 500. Actual quantity is how much? 490. If you are going to solve it, how much you will get? Yes, what will be the result?
400 favorable.
Yes, 400 favorable. So I'm going to write over here 400, that is favorable. Right. Now whatever we have calculated, we can cross check it. जो हमने calculate किया, cross check आप लोग कर सकते हैं. We know that material cost variance is equivalent to what? Material price variance plus your material uses variance, right? Material price variance is how much? 980, and that is adverse, right? And material uses variance is how much? 400, that is favorable. So what will be your resultant? That is 580 adverse. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So
Yes,
whatever you have calculated, हमने देखिए 580 adverse calculate किया, and we can see as per the material price variance and uses variance we have calculated, it is also 580 adverse. So these are the material variances. Next, you need to calculate what? लेबर वेरिएंस, लेबर से रिलेवेंट क्वेश्चन आपको information is given to you in question. So we will calculate now our labor variance. Now we will fill this table, right? For labor variances also, what all you require? Labor variances के लिए आपको क्या क्या requirement है? Standard hour. So I am going to write standard hour. You need actual hours, standard rate, and you need your actual rate, right? Same thing, standard hour is always calculated for your actual output. So I'm writing for actual output. Right? Now all of you calculate and tell me what will be the standard hour for your actual output. Actual output is how much? 10 units. So what will be the standard hour required in case of 10 units production? Yes, all of you tell me what will be your standard hour. कितने होंगे? How much will be your standard hour? Yes, are you able to understand what I am going to ask you? मैं जो आपसे पूछ रही हूँ आपको समझ में आ रहा है, right? Yes, students speak up, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. एक्चुअल प्रोडक्शन 10 यूनिट है, 10 यूनिट बनाने के लिए आपको स्टैंडर्ड कितने घंटे लगेंगे?
Ma'am, 4,000 hours.
Yes, 4,000 परफेक्टली फाइन. एक यूनिट के लिए देखिए आपको कितने घंटे लग रहे हैं to produce one unit. How much standard hour you require? 400. So now to produce how many units? 10 units के लिए आपके लिए कितना hours लगेंगे? So definitely it is 4,000. So standard hours I am going to write down 4,000 hours. And how you will calculate 4,000 hours? 400 into 10. Is it clear to all of you? सभी को समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? ये 4,000 hours कैसे आए हैं? Now remember, always you need to calculate these standard quantity as well as standard hour for your actual output. Actual output के लिए आपका कितना standard लगने वाला है, तभी आप standard को actual से compare कर पाएंगे. Right? Now what is your actual hours? Actual hours क्या है आपके? How much is your actual hours?
3,960.
Yes, perfectly fine. 3,960 hours. Right. Now tell me, what is your standard rate or standard price? Kitna hai?
1 rupee.
1, right? So we can write over here rupees 1 per hour. And what is your actual rate?
1.10.
Yes, that is given to you in question. That is rupees 1.10 hour. Is it clear? Standard hour, actual hour, standard rate, and actual rate we have calculated. Now these 4 things we know. Now we can easily identify our labor variances. अब हम labor variances easily calculate कर सकते हैं because these 4 are the components which we will require in our formulas. Now next is what we need to calculate: labor cost variance. What is the formula? That is standard cost minus your actual cost. Now in order to calculate your standard cost आप कैसे calculate करेंगे? Further standard cost को आप break up करके formula में represent कर दीजिए. So you will come to know that is standard hour into standard rate, right? Minus your actual hour into actual rate. Right, now place the values in the formula. Standard hour we have already calculated, that is 4,000. Standard rate is how much? 1. Similarly, actual hours you have calculated, they're already given to you in question, that is 3,960 multiplied by actual rate, that is how much? 1.10.
Ma'am, 356 adverse.
Okay. What about other students? Sabhi ka calculate ho raha hai? Yes, other than
Yes,
Sukhmani.
ma'am. 356 adverse.
356 adverse. So I'm writing over here 356, that is adverse. Negative hai, that's why we are using the term adverse. If it is positive, then we will use the term favorable. Okay, so labor cost variance we have identified. Now next is what? Labor rate variance. So I'm going to write labor rate variance, right? For labor rate variance, what is the formula?
Ma'am, actual rate into standard hour minus actual hour.
Rate ना, rate में आप rate को compare करेंगे, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You are going to compare rate. So actual hour multiplied by standard rate minus your actual rate. Rate variance है तो rates को compare करेंगे. Uses है तो uses और कितना आपके efficiency hours और quantity में उसको compare करेंगे, right? So rate we are going to compare, right? Actual hour is how much? कितना है actual hours?
3,960.
Yes, 960. Standard rate is how much? 1. Actual rate is how much? 1.10. Right? So how much you will get?
396 adverse.
Yes, 396 adverse. Is it clear? Sabhi ka yehi aa raha hai, 396 adverse?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. Now next one is, what is remaining? Labor. कौन सा variance है? Labor efficiency.
Yes, ma'am. Efficiency.
Efficiency variance, right? Now what will be the formula for labor efficiency variance? आप hours को compare करेंगे, right? That will indicate the efficiency. So definitely that is standard rate multiplied by standard hour minus your actual hour. We are going to compare the hours, standard as well as actual, right? Place the value in your formula. Formula में value place करिए. Standard rate is how much? 1. Standard hour is how much? 4,000. Actual hour is how much? 3,960. So how much you will get?
40. Favorable.
Yes, how much?
Ma'am, 40 favorable.
Yes, 40 favorable. So this is your labor efficiency variance. Now we can cross check it. We know that labor cost variance is equivalent to what? Labor rate variance plus your labor efficiency variance, right? Labor rate variance we have already calculated. That is how much? 396 adverse plus labor efficiency variance is आपने calculate करा 40 favorable, right? So what will be your resultant? Resultant क्या रहेगा? Yes, 396 adverse plus 40 favorable. How much you will get? Yes, quickly tell me. 396.
356 adverse.
Yes, 356 adverse. And what you have calculated as per your formula, labor cost variance is how much? 356 adverse. Yes. Is it clear? Labor variance कैसे calculate हुआ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how we are going to calculate both the category of variances, that is material and labor variances, as per the given information in the question. Is there any doubt to any student?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now